So I don't know if you know this, I've never had a bad review on Upwork. And that's because I have a few strategies that almost guarantee that I never get a bad review. And not only that, I'm always upselling the clients that I'm working with, which helps me make more and more money every single month. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to never get a bad review on Upwork. And I guarantee some of the things I talk about in this YouTube video are a little bit shady, but it will help you protect your profile. And I want to start by saying this. I think about getting a bad review on Upwork like my death. If I get a bad review on Upwork, it ruins everything and it makes things way harder for me. It's like playing on veteran mode in Call of Duty. It makes landing new clients harder. It makes upselling current clients difficult. I can't upsell the current client that gave me the bad review, and it's just a headache. And usually bad reviews come with things like refunds as well. And because of that, you end up losing money. Not to mention the fact that you're going to lose money because your profile's not going to be as optimized. So if there's one thing you take away from this video, is that you must treat getting a bad review on your profile as like the last thing that you could possibly want on your profile. I'm constantly telling my team, like, we can't get a bad review. Like, I would rather refund a client than get a bad review, honestly. It's so important that we go above and beyond for clients on Upwork, because one bad review can completely destroy our reputation. But now let me get into the juicy stuff. Let me tell you some strategies of what I actually do to avoid never getting a bad review. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is what I call the 5-star insurance system. This is a system that I talk to my one-to-one students about. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to front load a lot of freebies and bonuses right at the end of the contract to basically guarantee that we never get a bad review. I've had it so many times where I've done a great job and I've looked after the client, but I just want to make sure that I guarantee that I'm going to get a good review. So what I end up doing is, with me and my team, we'll always allocate a little bit of time towards the end of the contract to put together some bonuses and some free things for them. So as an example, let's say I'm working on a client's dashboard and some web application for them. I might go in without them knowing and add a few extra sections in there that they're not paying for, and it's completely out of scope, and yes, would actually cost me money and time and energy to do, but I'm going to give them that completely for free. But I'm only going to bring it up right at the end of the contract. And the way you do this is all about the positioning. Right at the end of the contract, usually when you get your final payment, I'll shoot them a message or a Loom video that's something like this. Hey, I just want to say thank you so much for making that payment and working with me on this project. I've honestly been so inspired and interested and inquisitive about this project. And what I wanted to do is actually go above and beyond and do a few free things for you on top. I've actually went ahead and added this, and this to the project completely for free out of my own pocket, because I really like working with you. And honestly, it's been a pleasure and I would love to work with you again in the future. By doing that, it's a reciprocity thing. It's very unlikely that the client is going to give you a bad review when they see that. 99% of the time, the client is going to turn around to you and be like, oh, wow, like this is amazing. Thank you so much. And then you can just drop in the chat and say, hey, look, no problem. Let's end the contract. I'm going to give you a 5-star review. I would really appreciate if you could give me a 5-star review as well. And by that point, they're not going to have a problem with giving you a 5-star review. If anything, it's going to make the review 5-10 times better. And you can go and look on my profile. I've done this, and you can see people have left me like huge paragraph long reviews on my profile, and it helps so much. So this insurance system works so well. And that actually brings me on to the next point, which is expectation setting. Ultimately, if you set good expectations with a potential client on Upwork, you're never going to run into the problem of having a bad review. The reason you'll get bad reviews is because you set poor expectations. I live by a mantra that is undersell and over-deliver, and I really believe in that. And I do this in all aspects of my life, especially when I work with my one-to-one students in the mentorship program, when I work with my clients, and so on. Like when people work with me in my one-to-one program, for example, we guarantee a certain amount of clients that you're going to close as part of the mentorship. But then if we say we're guaranteeing you, let's say 2 clients, and then you end up coming out of the mentorship with 8, 10 clients, that's a massive example of underselling and over-delivering. If I say I'm going to have 1 call with you a week, and then I randomly call you on a Sunday night, that's over-delivering. And you must always undersell and over-deliver and set good expectations. Because I truly believe that I could have the same client as you that would give you a bad review that wouldn't give me a bad review, because I would set good expectations. And expectation setting is like one of the core principles of being a business owner. It's something that you do get better with over time. So if we always over-deliver on Upwork projects, it's very unlikely that we're going to get a bad review. But why even get a review in the first place? Why not just upsell the client? And this leads me on to the next point, which is don't close the contracts. Keep the contracts going. Keep growing with the client. Have a great relationship with them. Ultimately, the more work you do with a client, the longer you work with a client, the better the 5-star review is going to be. And there's no reason to close out contracts. As a matter of fact, on Upwork, statistically speaking, it's so much better to have a long-standing contract with a lot of money in one place, in one contract on Upwork. And that's why so few people have things like Top Rated Plus, because they've never had a high-paying, long-term client on the platform. platform. And by the way, when it comes to your JSS, your job success score on Upwork, having a long-term client and having a high-paying client weighs more than lots of little small clients put together. And a lot of people don't know that because they don't look at the terms of service. You can check this out in your My Stats page, by the way, and it's really important to know. But honestly, really think about it here. There's no reason to get a bad review, especially if you're going to be constantly upselling the client. And this leads me on to one more thing. From the beginning of the relationship, I'm talking to the client about all the work we're going to do in the future. We can do this, we can do that. And because I have that conversation early with them, it's unlikely that they're going to close out the project in a negative way because the relationship is more open-ended. We might do more work together. We might even upsell. We might, continue to do more work at the end of the contract. And because of that, it's unlikely that they would give a 5-star review. I think it's important to understand clients don't really want to give bad reviews, Like, why would another person want to give you a bad review, especially when people are logical and think that's somebody's income? The only way you get a bad review is if you quite literally screw over the client. It's so easy to not get bad reviews on Upwork. If you are consistently getting bad reviews on Upwork, it's not the clients, it's you. And whenever I work with people one-on-one, the main thing that holds them back from scaling, especially past like 5 to 10K per month, is just bad reviews, bad service delivery, and difficult clients. And the funny thing is, those same clients would be fine with me because of these systems, because I will have set better expectations, because I will have over-delivered, because I will have used my insurance system towards the end of the project. And the last thing I want to talk about in this video in regards to not getting bad reviews on Upwork is something that I almost feel like I've pioneered on my YouTube channel related to Upwork, is having my team members build a relationship with the client. I'm not afraid to say this. Many of my clients like my team more than they like me. And many of my clients have tried to poach my team. And I don't get emotional or egotistical or worried about that. That's exactly what I wanted. My team have a great relationship with every single one of my clients. And because they're the ones doing service delivery, and because they're all great client facing and they look good and they look the part, it's easy for them to keep the relationship positive. And really, I don't even need to do any of the heavy lifting and making sure that the client is happy. My team are doing that. So I can just focus on getting new clients, growing the business, making sure my team are fed, and making sure that the clients are happy. And I've taught these strategies to my team. Like, my team know before every payment and before the end of every contract, we need to over-deliver. We need to do something that's a bit extra for the client, just so that they're happy. And by doing that, we always have these great client relationships. And for context, we've had 0 churn in the last 4 months on Upwork. Every single client has continued to work with us and work on bigger and bigger projects. Even the multi-6-figure deals are talking about doing more 6-figure work with us after these projects are done. And that just makes business so much easier. So as much as this will help you not get any bad reviews, these philosophies and these principles will also help you scale on Upwork. And if you want more one-to-one help with this and you want us to guide you and actually help you make sure that you don't get any bad reviews, or you want us to fix your profile from a bad accident that happened on your profile, then click the link in the description and we would love to work with you one-on-one. But anyway, I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments section if you learned something in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.